and even with her dark blonde hair out and dressed in human clothes, there was no hiding that she was a warrior. "Sweet man, my thighs would crush your head with one squeeze," she purred back, flashing her slightly elongated canines. Most males didn't know how to take Amir's threatening way of flirting, but Von only laughed. "And I would thank you for the honor, my lady. I only ask that you throw me over your shoulder when you decide to carry me off to have your wicked way with me." "Deal," she replied, and clinked her glass of vodka against his. Taranis shook his head at their nonsense, but he enjoyed it all the same. They had come out to have fun after all, and if Von wanted Amir to make a man out of him, who was he to argue? Taranis watched the crowd dancing and drinking beneath him, and his mind turned back to the problem of magic and the worlds. Mannanan and Oberon had restored the sea and land and were carefully tending to the new creatures they had revived. It was working well, proving that Chrissy's prophecy was right. Not that Taranis had any doubts about that. Both of his brother's new mates were powerful in their seer magics, and he hoped with a little training they would be more so. It was so strange to see both of his brothers being led about by their delightful human women. Taranis was happy for them, but he wondered how pretty the purses were that their balls were now kept in. Neither one seemed to care that they had turned into utter mooncalves. "You visited on a good night, Taran. I have a new singer debuting for me. I know how you Fae love music. She's got something otherworldly about her, voice like a fallen angel, and a delightfully filthy sense of humor to match," Von said, staring down at the stage, his drink dangling from one hand. Somehow, he was already sitting comfortably on Amir's lap. "You have a good ear for music, Von. I'm sure we will love her," Taranis replied, making the club owner blush. "Well, I only want the best and the unusual gracing my stage, and Quinn fits the bill. You'll like her." Von waggled his brows at him. "She has a thing for dragons. Oh, look, here she is." The club's lights darkened, and howls and claps echoed in the dark. "I like that some humans remember to be feral. They seem far too docile these days," Vidar commented from his right. His orange eyes were gleaming in the low light as he looked down at the crowd. "Maybe they only need to be reminded of their wild side," Avalak replied, a wicked grin stretching on his face. He looked at humans the same way he looked at sheep he wanted to terrorize. A spotlight went on and landed on a woman walking across the stage. She had hair the color of red wine, with one side in small braids, a strange mirror of Taranis' own. Her curvy body was encased in tight leather pants and a flowing silk shirt, the same hue as her hair. She was stunning. "Mine," Taranis said at the same time his other two knights called dibs. They all looked at Taranis surprised. He usually didn't get involved in their games. There was something about the woman that drew his focus and held it. "Good evening, Oslo," she said, her voice deeper than Taranis expected. Her dark eyes were lined with kohl, her blood-red lips smiling at the crowd. "This is my first night singing here at Ritual, so be nice, okay? I might have had some liquid courage already, so let's start with something we all know. I hope you enjoy my version of Tainted Love." The crowd cheered, and the band began to play. Beside him, Von's smile widened. "I'm so glad she's starting with this song. It's one of my favorites, and she slays it. Hey, I've just realized you guys are dressed in the same colors. That's weird." Taranis wasn't listening to him. He was transfixed by the girl. Her voice was so familiar, like he had heard it before. He seemed to know everything about her, down to the way she moved in time with the music and tapped her booted feet. His dragon had stirred awake and was alert behind his ruby eyes. The girl had its attention too. Quinn, not girl.